watching Siskel and Ebert.
You are now entering Wang's world.
Topical back with another video. I am Strange Wang. Today I got a movie review.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
I have a movie review for the film Zola today. But before we get to that, just like most videos on YouTube, follow me on social media. Where can you find the social media? In the description box down below. It's not difficult. Description box, click it, follow. I would greatly appreciate it. But the channels is down there, Nate's is down there as well. We also have a Coffee account and a Patreon, so if you want to donate some of that Bob De Niro to help keep the lights on, help make the videos better for you guys, that would be greatly appreciated as well. But let's get down to brass tacks. I gave Zola 8.3 out of 10 Wangs.
Why?
Because I really enjoyed this movie. And me being a quote-unquote a slime and a perv, which I guess is true after watching this, because Zola, I'm gonna have to slide in her DMs, but that part, I guess, of Strange Wang, I give it a 10 out of 10. She's a bad bitch. But enough of talking about how Zola is a dime. The movie is a really good movie. It reminded me of the films of the 1970s, but it was updated. The situations they were in, the crime, weird situations they was in, very 70s like. Something that it reminded me of, like a Dog Day Afternoon or a Shampoo. These like weird, quirky crime situations that are crazy enough to be true. And mostly true this film is. So I love the situations in this film, the smaller details, telling the story without words. That's great directing. I love that, because that makes this film rewatchable. Because you pick up on these little details more, and you're like, oh, I know the ending of this movie, and that relates to that, and you feel like a genius. And the director treating you like a smart human being, which hopefully you are, the directing works. And the characters in this film, you got strippers, you got a prostitute, you got a pimp, and you got a loser boyfriend. All ingredients of a weird 70s classic. Well, not those archetypes specifically, but like very out there archetypes. Remind me very of the 1970s. I love these characters, except for the loser boyfriend. Because the whole time he was just like laughing at him, because, well, if I was looking at him right now, I would tell him,
You're a buffoon!
Even little side characters like Jason Mitchum, or the thick-ass Amazon woman that was with the pimp. You know, these are weird characters that just make sense for this movie. And the camera movements. It was very 70s, like, you know, you go to the next scene, you'll stop. The characters off screen, you'll stay with this scenery for a second or two and get the feel of it. That life is still going on outside these characters. This shit's still moving around. Love 70s camera movements. But I also love hip-hop. I love rap. And you get that influence in here as well. You get some crazy camera movements, very similar to rap videos. And the camera movements in this is a mixture between that of the 70s classic filmmaking and rap music, more modern camera movements. You put those together, and that was the most exciting part about this film to me. I was in love with the camera movements. If I ever make a film, which I hope to do one day, this go to the first person I call. But comparing it to the 1970s is a huge compliment, because I think the 70s is the greatest decade of film of all time.
Yeah, well, you know, that's just like your opinion, man.
So just based off that one compliment, it's a good movie. If you're a fan of 70s filmmaking, I totally recommend it. Check it out. It's approved by Strange Wang. But something else that I thought was phenomenal about this movie was the runtime. The runtime was like Zola. It was perfect. The movie was fast, it was quick. It didn't give you time to really think about these situations, which adds some tension to that, because you're like, Okay, what's going on? What are we doing? And that adds to the suspense, the tension of the film.
That sounds about right.
If the director is basing this for a female audience, they'll show some bad bitches, empowered like not bitches, but bad bitches. That's a good term. But empowered women, women that take charge in a scary situation. Well, you met that audience. But I don't like these characters because you didn't give me anything to like these like any sort of character development, growth, or anything to like these characters. I don't really know anything about these characters. So I don't like these characters. I like the situations that they're in, and I want them to pull through that. But besides that, there's no character development, and I don't like these characters. And if we're looking at the characters themselves, of course I like a couple of their bodies because, again, quote unquote, I'm a slime and a perv. But besides that, I don't like these characters. Nor was I given a reason to like these characters because I guess I'm a male and I didn't fit that audience of empowered women. To me, I need a little bit more than that from my movies, but it didn't detract me from enjoying this film, obviously, because I gave it an 8.3. But again, the situations they're in are interesting, and I like that. If the characters had likability, though, it would have helped the film a lot, and it probably would have gave it a high in the high 8s, maybe even a 9. Because when you like the characters, it adds more tension when they tell jokes or in these weird, awkward situations. It makes that situation more funnier as well. And overall, just more investment in the film, which you want for your film.
Wait a minute!
Because you could have had one scene that would have been very impactful to make me like at least Zola. Because in the beginning, when she's at her house, she's sitting there with an awkward boyfriend. She's annoying her boyfriend to text Stephanie, and it's like, if I was in a situation, I would be like, man, I got a shitty girlfriend, and what does she do to get what she wants? She has sex with him, she manipulates them. That goes back to, you're hitting your audience, but that's a wide scale audience. I'm like, man, he's a fucking loser too. But if I was in a situation, I'll probably do the same thing, because quote unquote slime and a perv. However, I'd probably just like, yo, break up with her afterwards, have a long conversation, like, is it Florida or me? Maybe not, because that's fucked up. But we'd have a long conversation, a healthy conversation.
You serious?
And again, that's what good people do in real life, I guess, because these are real life situations. And clearly, they don't have the healthiest of relationships. But enough of that. You could have, back on topic, you could have took the part at Stephanie about how they met that halted the film and was like, all right, we're just going to stop the film right here and tell her side of the story, which nobody cares because they're watching the film. We know her side of the story because it's Zola's side of the story. And that's our protagonist. That's who we want to win. That's who we want to come out safe, clean, grow a little bit. But instead of that, you stop the film and you're just like, here, unlike me some more. Bitch, we already unlike you. Nobody likes you. If I had a clip to use, I do have a clip for you. And as soon as I saw at Stephanie, I thought about this clip.
That stank bitch!
Instead of that, give me something with Zola and her man. Again, a healthy conversation. That would have went a long way. That would have showed that I like this character more. She has more sense. And she shows she's smarter than everyone else in this movie. It's clear. It's apparent. But I needed more characteristics, feelings, emotions for at least Zola, so I can like her in this film, because I didn't have any emotional attachment to anyone in this movie. Even the loser boyfriend, I didn't feel bad for him. I was like, bruh, this is the second time she's doing this to you. Well, I used the clip again.
You're a buffoon!
But if you're looking for a quick 90-minute fun thrilling ride, pop in Zola. You're not gonna be sad about it, because if you're watching it with your girlfriend, she's probably women power. These women are, well, Zola, she's kicking ass. And you as a male, it's a movie about strippers and prostitutes. You can't go wrong with that. And if you're a film of 70s filmmaking, you're gonna love it even more. And me being a fan of strippers, even though I don't go to strip clubs, that's a waste of money. Being a fan of those works of art, being a fan of 70s filmmaking, this film is for me. And women power too, you know? Like, fuck. Everyone needs a fair shake. But with all these things combined, I think it's a good movie that could have been better, which is why I gave it an 8.3 out of 10 wings. It's got room to grow, and I wish it would have grew a little bit more, because I would have liked it a little bit more. But it's a fun movie nonetheless. Tell me what you thought about Zola down in the comment section below. Scroll back up, hit the like button, share the video.
And then what?
Subscribe.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.